Natalie, so that 3-year saga with the arrest of CFO Meng Wanzhou is finally over. Where does this leave us?
It's a great question. I mean, really, who are the winners from this? Both Beijing and Washington have declared victory, but those victories have come at an enormous cost. The U.S. did get Meng Wanzhou to acknowledge to wrongdoing that is likely to bolster its broader racketeering case against Huawei that it's pursuing. But at the same time, it essentially gave into hostage diplomacy. And China, on the other side, has won back Meng Wanzhou, but at a cost to its reputation. So I think we have to ask, there's been billions of dollars in lost trade in this, families torn apart, and hundreds of hours of court proceedings that were essentially for naught. So they are bitter victories.
What are the implications for the company, for Huawei, going forward?
I think that's a great question. I mean, let's remember here that Huawei has always insisted that it is a private company that is not controlled by the Chinese government and that it can be trusted. I think what this process has shown us is that Huawei is an arm of the Chinese government in all but name. Beijing was willing to take 2 foreign citizens hostage in order to further the interests of the company, to protect the company. And so going forward, what does that mean when Huawei is trying to break into markets where it's trying to establish its reputation and its credibility?
You mentioned hostage diplomacy, and we have seen Republican lawmakers already criticizing the Biden administration for appeasing China. What does this mean for diplomatic relations going forward?
Yeah, well, on one hand, yes, this does remove a major stumbling block that was holding up a further cooperation between the U.S. and China on, everything from climate change to trade. And so things, to a certain extent, dialogue will probably resume more freely. But to imagine that that tensions have gone away, that things are going to go back to normal, I think would be a bit of a stretch.